Welcome back to Birds of a Feather. I am Stephen. The other guy is Chinoy. And today we'll be talking about shooting one shot, or as the old school folks might know it, approaching. Approaching someone. We'll dive
straight to the point.
that. Yeah.
Approaching.
That to see, what we think about it, what our experiences are, and what we prefer. So before we go into that, we're going to have Mr. Chinoy do his public service announcement.
Always. So just share and subscribe and, keep the conversation going in the comment section as to whether or not you like shooting your shot or you like to get shot. All right, so we're going to kick it off like a soccer ball.
All right. All right, specifically.
So shooting your shot, as you rather do it digitally or in person?
Man, all right. So I'm not a digital shooter. And by that, I mean, like, I'm on all these social media platforms, but I'm not the slide in your DMs.
Really?
No. I've never slid. I've never slid. I've never slid into anyone's DMs like cold turkey.
Not once.
Never. Not in my, like, I wouldn't say since like social media started getting, when I was like in university, when there was like high five and like that type of stuff, when you just like shooting wildly. Yeah, for sure.
So wild.
Yeah, that was you're like 19. You're just out of control. But in like Instagram media and all of that, just like seeing somebody following them and then jumping into the DMs, never. And the only place I think I have slid into DMs is on Twitter, but that is after like interaction on the timeline, so it's not weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've never done it. I much prefer to approach people cold on the street. If I'm doing a cold approach, as we're coining it. What about you? Are you say whatever is clever?
Nothing recently. And recently I would say is over like the past maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
But at one point, I sleep in a DMs.
Yes.
The different and my win rate was you know what I mean? It wasn't high. I would say that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take much for me to do it. Like it's like we don't have to like be friends and whatever. It's like I see a girl who I like, I'm gonna just be like, yo, what's up? Because for me it was just like just have a shoot your shot. You know what I mean? Like, what gonna happen? Yeah, I guess the positives outweigh the negatives, I guess. It the least that she can do is not respond. Respond and say, no, I'm not interested. And then I don't know if shooting my shot is like approaching people, like in the outside world.
Yeah.
I definitely would I say I meet more and in the outside world, people like where you're just like a cool, like I said, like a cool approach.
Like
that's far less.
Yeah,
that's far less than people who I know. Like I have met before.
Yeah.
And people who like in DMs.
Oh, okay.
No. But like for like the past like maybe 5 or so years, I have not. I've never like talked to nobody.
Sliding.
Yeah. I want you remember? Like I probably had told you like I was trying to talk to somebody like who did live in Jamaica. I don't know if you remember that. That was a strong conversation over years, dog. Not years, but like a year and a half. So years. You know? And that was like in DMs. But it wasn't like, oh, you know, we need together or anything. It was just started in the DMs and just like stayed in the DMs. You dig? And then when we see her,
the DMs.
Yeah, it all happened in the DMs. And then when I saw her, it was like awkwardish because it was like she's like, yeah, but our thing is in the DMs.
Oh,
like, all right, cool.
I see. Yeah. You were pigeonholed into the DM.
I was DM zone, bro.
Yeah. You're
DM zone.
And that's a brand new one. A DM zone.
A DM zone, bro. Okay. I wonder. Yeah, you know what's crazy to me is like, my always I watch like these shows and not even like just like the shows, but like if I'm on like social media and they're like, then I know, and then they're like, oh, this dude like I met him on Facebook or I met him on Instagram or on Twitter, and I'm like, there's so many people who meet people on these things, and I'm just like, what was said? You know what I mean? What was said? I'm like a pivot there, because no, mega ask you, how do you normally shoot your shot?
Oh, right. So my shot, I'm less of a shot shooter. I'm more of a what's the word I'm looking for?
A sharp shooter.
Because for me, it's more like I'm more of a booby trap type of guy. That way. Yeah, that sound probably not booby trap, but more, you know what I mean? Like
that sound like predator-ish.
Yeah, that's sound predator, but more like set the stage.
Yeah.
Right? And then allow them to walk into it as opposed to me just going like, hey, you know what I mean? So I like to create an environment that is conducive to shot shooting as opposed to just like boom. So for example, but then there's also times where you just need to be like direct and just direct. But I don't think I've ever walked up to somebody and just be like, I think you're attractive, can I have your number? I don't think I've ever done that.
I've also never done that.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Yeah, never done that.
No, I've always done it in a Trojan horse. A Trojan horse, right? So I don't just come in. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
No, you're like, you know, lovely hat you have on there. Or, oh, do you know the way to this? I live in Toronto, I know everything. But do you know the way to this? You know what I mean? Or like if something funny happened and I see it, I just say it loudly. And then I look to see if there's a reaction. And if there's one, then I like engage. But I don't just like walk up to people and it's like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's more, and if I'm at a bar or a club or something like that, typically what I would do is, well, anytime I'm in a bar or club, I'm not like going there with the intention of meeting girls. You know what I mean? Going there with the intention of having fun with the hope that there's, you know, you meet somebody. But the primary objective is
natural.
That always works because once you're having fun, people are gravitating to that fun that you're having, and then you can engage people and have better conversations that way, as opposed to just like going in the club, posting up with your drink and just be like, oh, you, and grabbing, you know what I mean? Like that's never been my strategy. What about you?
My strategy pretty close to that as well. I will say that I have to be like, there has to be some initial action. So like either our eyes meet.
Yeah. a longing gaze.
either our eyes meet, or in the environment I realize that there are like subtle signs happening. You know what I mean? She's like laughing at my jokes a little bit more than everybody else.
A bit louder.
You know what I mean?
Wow, what a guy.
I find that she's like showing me a little bit more attention
I see.
than somebody else. But I have never like you, just like like gone into a situation where I see a girl and I'm just like, yo.
Yeah.
And just walk over and just be like, yo, have you been running all day?
Yeah. Do you got a quarter? I gotta call my mom. Tell her I'm trying to clear up my dreams.
You know what I mean? Like some cheesy line. I've never had lines. I've never had success.
Yeah.
My brain no move fast enough for the cheesy lines.
Yeah, no.
Are you tired? You've been running through my mind.
I don't. But I will say that like there was a period in my life, I think this was like early 20s, when I was like, the decision between like seeing somebody and going to talk to them was just like this. You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember one time I was walking past a friggin' laundromat and a girl, like a very gorgeous girl, was at the front, and I walked past and I'm like, oh, all right, need to figure out how. So I was waiting in the laundromat and I was like, oh, I'm looking for this store. Do you know where it is? And it was like there, and then conversation started out of that. And then by the end of that, like, connection was made and I was able to continue that conversation afterwards. So situations like that, but for me, I wouldn't just go in there and be like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. I just couldn't leave without getting your number.
So where did you get like the confidence to do that?
Man,
like, was it like I heard we'd have to go over, or was it that she did really that hot where you just couldn't fathom?
No, she was attractive, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't go on without. It
wasn't Rihanna, of course.
Yeah, no. What had happened was, I think this is a good opportunity to like talk about like the difference between like how I meet girls in Jamaica versus how I met them here, right? So growing up in Jamaica, I would say everybody who's watching this have probably heard me say 30, but I came here in my early 20s. So I came here at 22, right? So most of my life was spent in Jamaica. Now, because Jamaica is such a small island, right? And Kingston specifically is a small place. And like, back home, I knew a bunch of people. So chances are, if I saw somebody who I thought was attractive, there was like 1 or 2 degrees of separation between us. So I could always have somebody to introduce me to the person, right?
Yeah.
There's a 80% chance that I know somebody who know them if I haven't seen them around, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I would normally meet girls. But coming up here into Canada, like there was none of that. Right? There was none of that, and I didn't come here for school.
Yeah.
So I couldn't build a community, right? There was no building a community. So it was just like, all right, well, you just this is the only way. So week after week, I just go out, and if I saw somebody, like I wouldn't be in there like, oh, I gotta pick this girl up or whatever. But it's like, all right, I had to get comfortable with the idea of striking up conversations out of thin air, right? Yeah. The first couple of times was brutal because I go and be like, oh, hey, and then you go, hey, and I'm like, oh, all right, gotta go. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, it's like the idea, like I had to get into the habit of like being able to strike up a conversation with somebody who I haven't met, because that was the only way I would meet people. And this is not just limited to girls, but like to build a friend group. You know what I mean? Like this was the only way. Yeah, through work, but like that's not the best place to. You know what I mean? So like, I had to really like learn how to strike up conversations out of nowhere. So that was how that started to be. But then it started to become so easy. I was just like, oh, nice. I can just like spark up. But then it's like a muscle, because now after you get into a relationship, then I'm not like out there like trying to spark up conversations with random people. So like you stop for a couple of years, and then but like I still have that ability to, and you have it too. I've seen you. I think I am more like random, but like you're a situational.
Absolutely. 100%. Like for me to do something randomly, I have to really like in the mood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And which is like most of the things I'm gonna do. It as me say, very rare Very, very rare. Like, and nothing recent.
Yeah.
Like before when outside was keeping and, you know, early back in the days when, you know what I mean? It used to be like on the train.
Yeah.
Be able to talk to somebody in a KFC. And not Kentucky, you know, Kenny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's that.
Kenny.
Not Kentucky, you know what I mean? I'll be able to like just spark up a conversation. Or if a pin drop and my sense a iota of interest, me in. You understand? Now with like social media, and I wouldn't say social media that much, but like dating apps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It kind of take out the whole all of that. Because now it's just swiping and stuff, and then with COVID, it's even worse because nobody
like, take off your mask, I want to see your face.
Exactly.
Do you mind just taking your mask off for a second?
Just a quick second.
So question, have you ever been shot at?
Oh.
Minding your business. Bro, have you seen me? You ever been minding your business and been shot at?
I want to say, recently, no. When we have dreads, over, bro. Bro, when we have dreads, the ratio of me shooting my shot to shots getting shot was 90, like 9 to 1. Dog. 90% of the times, people that shoot shot up. Like, and it's ridiculous because it's not like people here never have dreads. Like, there's dreads everywhere. But even everywhere where me go, but still, like when I come to Toronto, you remember? Like,
no, it
was
when you cut your dreads, it was like, no. Don't do it.
The amount of shots that were shot within, like, it was like, and there nobody cared. Like, when I mean nobody cared, I mean them never care. Like, in front of them, man, like, anywhere, bro. After I'm done play football, I sweat, smell, like, it was go party, friends,
rapid
my
fire.
Friends. It was it, bro. And then the big chop. And then the pendulum swing that away.
It's like, ugh, who's this guy?
90% shot shooting for me, and almost no shot shooting at me. You understand? So, that's a good contrast in my life. There. But with all of that, we still would not grow up me here. You see me? Because what we realized was the people, a lot of the times, the people who shot the shots really just care about me here. It's so weird. And I'm just like, is he here, dog? I guess you have some guys who are like girls with long hair to one thing. So I can see how they appeal. But bro, 52-week low, bro. Stock just went pew. You understand? Stock dropped faster than GameStop, dog. Just went skydive down. What about you?
When I was in the streets, there was
shots were being shot.
Shots were being shot at a high clip as well. Probably
what
not like.
Would you say it was more than you? Or
no. Like, depends on what you call shooting a shot, right? Because you have some very aggressive shots. I remember one time, like, I got a very aggressive shot at me, and it was just like, okay. Oh boy. Ooh, is this what's happening out in the streets? But like, for me, like, and I guess everybody can have their own perception of what they mean for a shot being shot at them, right? But for me, it's like, if somebody initiates a conversation with me with the intention of, like, you know what I mean? So the thing the thing that makes it easy. Sorry, I think so. This is going into like previous thing, like when I talk about like setting the environment.
Yep.
Because of like the clothes that I like to wear and how I like to dress, there's always something to comment on, right? So
wait. Mega, hold on. All right. Mega ask you a series of questions.
All right.
Then a girl just walk up to you and give her a number.
That has happened. Has that happened? Yes, that has happened. That has happened. That was probably like a one-off thing.
Yeah. Same, likewise.
Yeah.
A girl tell her friend to tell you that she into you. Like in the same setting, not afterwards.
Yeah, that does happen.
All right. A girl there with her boyfriend, but when he got a bathroom, come over and say something to you.
No, I don't think that has happened.
No.
All
right. You out with your girl.
Yeah.
And when your girl step away, a girl come over and say something to you.
Yes. Yeah. Those things you sound like you're speaking from dreadlock chops. Yeah, that one has happened. But as I said, it depends on what you mean by say something, right? Like it's never been a situation where it's been a situation where I'm out with a girlfriend and she leaves and then the girl just come over and just be like, yo, I want you. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's more like girlfriend and then she sees that opportunity to come and strike up a conversation. You know? So that does happen for sure.
With the intent of it going
because if there wasn't that intent, then she would have just come talk. But like, what is so important to say to me? What is so important to say to me that like you needed to say it when my girlfriend?
Yeah.
So yeah, that does happen. Happen. Yeah, but I was saying for me, it's like I think one of the reasons why that has happened a couple of times is like when I'm out, it's easy to comment.
Because there's always something.
If it's a watch, shoes, the vest, the blazer, there's always something to be like, yo, I like that. You know what I mean? But then on the flip side of that, and not in like it's not a shooter shot way, but I've seen that happen with guys as well, where guys want to be my friend. I want to hang out because they're like, yo, love that jacket, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm a very, and I think I have like I don't know what it is, but I think I have like a face that said, come talk to me, because like sometimes I'm on the bus and nobody shoot. It is not a shooty shot situation, but just like people just talk to me. I'm like, when I really want to talk. You know what I mean?
Know what I think it is? I think it is that people realize that there is a confidence to you. You understand what I say? Because a lot of people can't see themselves. I wear some of the things what you wear. And it's like the same thing for me. Like,
but that's what I say, guys. We have pretty similar fashion things.
Yeah, and one of the and like I said, it's not even just like women. One of the things that women always get that is how I pull that off.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, B, just put on the clothes.
Yeah, like, that's weird.
It just start with some. I think people just can just like not observe, but them see the confidence, all right, because them can't see themselves in it. Them view you in it as being a confident person. It's just like more and know that guy. You know what I mean? So that we can at least get some other confidence. I understand where the confidence come from. You understand? You remember when we go to Croatia, we buy like the watch them with the different color bands. So I wear the magenta one go work.
Never feels.
The magenta watch go work. And the entire office glow. For just to watch. Like nothing else, just to watch. Oh my God. Oh, my wife would never let me wear that.
Listen, first of all, that is a situation you need to sort out.
But anyway, Getting back to our thing.
Yeah, getting back to the shooting our shot. But those things go hand in hand, right? Because you can't shoot your shot if you don't have the confidence.
If you don't have the confidence,
right? Yeah. But I think the thing about shooting your shot, so here's what I think. A lot of people like that stop people from shooting their shot. Yeah. And of course, the obvious thing is like people are afraid of rejection. Right? Rejection. Yeah. That is obvious, the obvious thing. But I think what a lot of people do is in their mind, they build up the other person too much. You know what I mean? That you see somebody and you build up the person, and this person now, instead of it being just somebody that you're talking to, this person is now a potential date. This person is a potential girlfriend, potential boyfriend, potential husband, potential wife. You know what I mean? So now, if you go talk to them and they don't like you, it's not just this random person not interested anymore. It is now your potential, partner. Your potential life partner is rejecting you. You know what I mean? So I think I think what will help people to shoot their shot a lot more, I think, is if they don't put any expectations on it. Yeah. And don't even look at it as shooting a shot, just look at it as having a conversation with somebody. And if the conversation has a spark, then now you can start to move it, right? I think that is a more healthy way of looking at things, one. And two, you don't feel so scared of doing it, because like if you see somebody and you're just like, like your shoes, and you just wanted to tell them you like your shoes, if they just like thanks and walk away, then nothing happen. It's like you don't feel anyway because you just want to tell them, but if they say, oh, thanks, I like yours too, then you just like, all right, and you can keep building on it, and then now you have a conversation, and then you're like, all right, man, I forgot to go, but let me get your number before I leave. Boom. Conversation. You see me? But if you're just like, oh, I can't say anything, then it won't work. So I
want to add on to that, to fear of rejection. I think another thing is just some people just don't think they have the skill. You understand? To carry on a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to start it. I guess it goes hand in hand with the fear of rejection, because not knowing how to start it means that starting it, but then being afraid that you can't carry it. You already think that the person are going to like reject you in a way that if the person don't engage, then you have to continue engaging.
You
understand what I'm saying? And then your thing is like, but what if I can't do that? You understand? So then it come back full circle to like, then I'm going to get rejected. So
I guess that makes
with
sense.
With that, what are some of the strategies, sir? That works for you, and you know what don't work? What would you say?
So what don't work for me is exactly what I was talking about. Anytime I start overthinking and put too much pressure on the situation, right? Because if I see a girl and like, oh, this girl is attractive, I would like to talk to her. And then I go over there with this, like, her built up in my head. Then I'm thinking too much about what I need to say and all of that. And it almost always goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing that I found that works, if you're trying to make a connection with somebody, is one, first of all, don't put this person on a pedestal. Because first, you don't know anything about this person. Right? This is you just see the person. The only thing you know about them is that they're physically attractive. They could be boring as shit, right? They could be, right? They could have a couple things that you don't like. So why are you already putting them up? Like, why, not even, I shouldn't say, but why are we already putting them up on this pedestal of somebody that we have to impress when you don't even know if this is somebody that you need to impress? You know what I mean? You're trying to find out if this is somebody that I think that is the way. Instead of looking at it as like, I'm trying to impress this person, it's just like, I'm trying to find out more about this person. And I think if you look at it like that, easier, right? Because you go and you talk to somebody, just like, oh, hey, I like your shoes. And that person, now there could be a number of things. This person could be a great person, but they could just have a bad day.
Yeah.
Right? They could just have a bad day. You don't know what could have happened to this person before you talk to them. They could have a bad day. They could be in a bad mood. And so you can't control that. What you can control is being respectful and just, if you go up to somebody and say, oh, I like your shoes, And they're like, well, fuck you. Well, that person's a terrible person. Yeah. Right off the bat. So you save yourself a bunch of time.
Yep.
Because that person is not a good person. If you say, oh, I like your shoes, and they're like, oh, thank you. And you keep trying to have a conversation, they're like, not really in the mood, then as I say, it could be a number of things. You don't know what kind of day that person have had. They could have had a tragedy in the family. They could have, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things that could have happened before you come to talk to them. So don't put too much pressure on that moment. Anytime I put too much pressure on that moment, I find that doesn't work. If I just like make comments and just like let the conversation grow organically, that can't fail. And the reason it can't fail is because like if the person is not interested, then it don't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not a failure. Yeah, it's not a failure. So I find that works for me. And then also, as I say, like making it easy for people to approach me. You know what I mean? Going out there with a positive can-do attitude. Those are my two strategies. What about yours?
I would say they're pretty much the same. Again, foster an environment that is conducive to healthy conversation.
Yeah.
And the next thing is, if I'm shooting my shot, I'm pretty sure, say the success rate are high.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It like I say, I don't really shoot shots at in instances where I'm not sure that there is something happening. You know what I mean? So,
man,
I would say,
maybe I'll make it finish. I was just going to share a story.
Yeah. So I would say I don't have much unsuccessful shooting shots.
Yeah, because like it's already the odds are already in your favor.
I always start the odds in my favor.
Yeah. You know, I remember there was one time when I was doing like a whole shot shooting, right? I was at a bar. And saw this, and this was when I was like on the high. I was like, I'm invincible. Right? Invincible, dog. And saw this girl at the bar. I just said again, early 20s, just coming in, trying to like saw this girl at the bar. I went to go talk to her. And I went over and I said, hi. And she turned around and she's like, you're talking too close. And I was just like, wow, okay, all right. I need that because up until this moment, I thought that I was invincible. Like there was nobody that I couldn't talk to. And then she just brought me right back to the level. That's just like, no, sometimes people don't.
Right below peak.
Yeah, just below. It didn't like shatter my, that's the other thing. It didn't shatter my confidence or anything like that. It was just
but it was enough.
Like, I was just like, okay. And then I'm going to tell you another story of success. Again, this was when I was just like in like high on myself. There was one time I was at a bar again, and I was chilling, and like I was just like having some drinks and thing, and I saw two girls were sitting by themselves, right, having drinks, and they were both attractive. And then I saw like three guys go up to them, and each time they turned the guys away. And I was just, in my mind, I was just like, oh, these guys don't know what to say. And then I got up and went over there. And I was just like, when I look back on that night, I was like, who do you think you are?
You are, yeah.
Who do you think I got up and over there? I was just like, oh man, like you're not really giving these guys a chance, are you? And then like, oh my God, they're so lame. I was just like, yeah, they're so lame. And then it was like, start laughing about that. And then like, I didn't like pick her up or anything, but it was just like, we had a conversation and it was like a good fun, you know what I mean? But it was just like, that was when I was, I say, on the peak. Where I was just like, saw three guys get rejected. I was just like, yeah, no, they just don't want it.
I wonder if you remember this time when we were in a club in Toronto. And we did
shout out feel miserably.
Like Kim Kardashian.
Yes, I will feel miserably. I remember that. I remember that, sir. I remember that. I remember that very well.
that didn't work out, bro.
Yeah, no, that did not work out at all.
Anyway, on that note.
Yeah, on that note.
We're going to shut this down.
Yeah. But before we shut it down, just want to say, let's just quickly, how do you feel about getting your shot? Because I know that typically we have like shooting a shot is the man's role, right?
Yep.
Does it one let you think about a girl differently if she shoots her shot at you? Like, do you feel emasculated as a man? Do you feel that
absolutely not
role? Do you feel like she's too forward?
Absolutely not.
You don't have any of those concerns? Like, it doesn't matter. Do you prefer if you could go through life and never shoot another shot and have all the shots shot at you?
No.
Okay. You're like a healthy man.
I feel like if a girl like me, she should tell me.
Yeah.
And if I like a girl, I will tell her. Like if I want to shoot a shot at somebody, I should.
Yeah.
And if they want to shoot a shot at me, they should. Like I don't really buy into like those kind of traditional like ideas of what men should be doing.
Yeah.
Women should be doing. And also I guess it's like the same thing. This is probably a different conversation, but even if a woman proposes to a man,
bro, ice me out.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Ice me out, fam.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like,
ice me out.
If that's what's working.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be like, no. If me want to get married, I wouldn't be like, no.
Yeah.
Then she just beat me to the punch.
Like, on the topic of women shooting their shot, I remember there was one time, and this is when I was just like, I don't know what's going on in this world. So I was out with a friend of mine, right? And we were just at the bar having drinks, and she saw this guy that she liked across the way, right? She was talking about, oh my God, he's so cute, so whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. You're going to talk to him? She's like, no. I was just like, all right. So anyway, she went to use the bathroom, and I think at that same time he was coming back from the bathroom, but it wasn't like planned or anything. She was going down the stairs. He was coming up the stairs. He was looking at her, and she didn't even make eye contact with the guy. And that was a big moment for me. I was just like, you can't wait on these women. Like, she's over here sitting. She's right. We're at the table. She's sitting down talking about how hot the guy is, and she wants him to talk to her, right? She had the opportunity when they were on the stairs to not even talk to him, but just make eye contact with him, make him know that you're open for a chat.
Yeah.
Right? And she just held her gaze straight.
So her thing that she was afraid to approach him, or her thing was it's the man's job to come over and talk to her?
Well, she was afraid to approach him. But it's not even approach. I am talking about the stairs. The stairs is what threw me off completely.
Yeah.
Right? Because that was your opportunity to just like, and it's not like he wasn't looking at her. He was staring her down.
Yeah, so what is it that she never, like, why she wouldn't just look at him then?
Bro, yes.
I think you get all these answers, bro.
No, because, no, sir. I was just like, why didn't you? And she just laughed.
Wow.
I was just like, yeah, so yes, ladies, if you're out there, shoot your shot. Or at least, if you know how to shoot your shot, let us know that you're available for shot shooting.
Exactly.
Let us know. Let us know that you're available for shot shooting. If you are interested
for shot shooting.
Yeah, if you're interested in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we can end it. Just want to
no, we're wrapping up. So let us know in the comments whether or not, you guys would rather to shoot a shot or to have a shot at you.
Yes.
And if you are a shot shooter, what has been working and what hasn't been working for you, or what has worked? Because right now you shoot your shot and now you're locked down with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your wife or your husband. So let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to share this video. And we'll see you in the next one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.